My name is Jack Price. It took 8 years for me to write my own book called Magical Upgrade 101. I'm here today to teach and to give back to society after everything's happened to me. And I got everything I want. There will be posted the recommended astrology books that I recommend for your birth chart, which is the first step on learning about yourself, about magic. This is my birth chart. As you can see, here is the midheaven going up here. This is the ascending. The ascending is the sign that if you would have been conscious when you came out of your mother and looked to the left, it would have been the sign that was rising in the east. And midheaven is actually the sign that was directly above you. Okay, these down here are aspects, which you get in your basic birth chart. They are explained here about the degrees, like it was like 120, 180, 60, 90. These are all degrees. Between one planet and another, or an asteroid and a planet. As mine has all, the 7 main asteroids that I count right here, and the planets right here. Okay, this is how you calculate what you're strong in magic. There's earth, air, fire, and water. You see which sign, like Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn are earth signs. So all the planets that's in those constellations are 8. So I'm very strong in earth. My next one is water because I have 1 in Scorpio and 3 in Pisces. All right? There's other aspects that they don't teach you or don't give you in your normal birth chart. This is what they have you pay for if you're going to get an extended one, and that's the special aspects, the Grand Cross, the Grand Trine. These are planets that are across from each other that form a cross in the middle, or a Grand Trine where it's a triangle in the middle. Okay, they have the mystic rectangle, the kite, the T-square, and the bisect, which is just a section of it. All right, the fortune is where people find success in the house it lands in. So if it lands in fortune, then you're going to be a millionaire. You should be. If not, blame astrology. But then you have the different moons, the north node of the moon, then the south node. All right, and that pretty much explains that. Astrology comes from the meaning of science of the stars. It is known that the Sumerians, the Babylonians, the Egyptians, the Greeks all studied astrology and made their predictions, and kings wouldn't make war on each other unless they went to an astrologist and found out if it was going to be a good for their side. On a lot of that. Okay, I believe that the planets and the asteroids have an effect on us, just like the moon has the effect on the ocean tides. To get predictions, all you have to do is study astrology, study your birth chart, and there's plenty of books out there to do that. In magic, there is a theory that corresponds to what science calls a pseudoscience, which is astrology, is what they consider it. But as above, as below. In other words, the universe as a whole can be reflected in man's universe down here. And they call that the macroverse, or macrocosmos, and the microcosmos. As for me, if you would have told me before I started all this that magic didn't exist, I would have said, yeah, it doesn't. But after I studied my birth chart and it was like 95% right, and it said that I had occult powers, I started studying magic. 8 years of my life just to write 68 pages in one book, but it's packed with information. I felt that the world of magic needed to be upgraded because I read all the old grimoires, the 16th to 18th century grimoires, and back then they only could see 7 planets. They didn't know about all the others, or planetary bodies. So I upgraded it to our time, and it works for me. I was out on the street for a little while, and now I've got a home and I've got my own car and everything. So this is how I give back, is by teaching others. I'm not a traditional magic user. I focus my mind and things happen. I don't believe in using all the props, as I put it. The candles, the incense, they only help focus the mind, but it's the mind itself that casts the spell, that puts the power into it. Whatever goes out comes back threefold. So, now that I've talked to you this, maybe I'll see you here the next time. Any questions? Thank you for your time. Blessed be. My book is I forgot to tell you that it's on Amazon.com. It sells for about $20. Another thing, if a lot of people respond to my presentation, I will start doing classes once a month down here at the Artbox. Maybe even twice a month, it depends on the cost and everything. So that's all I needed to say. Blessed be.